What's good? It's your boy, Be Nuts by the Bag. And don't forget to click the like button and click the share button, man. Nolimit JDog, y'all. Nolimit JDog. Shot and killed after he went viral with several videos aimed at G Herbo about not, doing some things for his community. I'm not here to take sides. I'm just here to give you the news. So check out the rest of this clip with him, speaking on the situation, because already, the internet being the internet, they insinuating that G Herbo has something to do with it. I think that's wrong to kind of put somebody, into the mix. I get it with everything that just happened. G Herbo made a couple posts speaking on the situation. He also did a podcast talking about how he separated himself from, the gang life. But either way it goes, rest in peace, man. There's too many of these young brothers out here dying. But let's get into this video real quick.
I don't want to get into it with the guy. This is not about getting to it with the guy. This is about me understanding where I'm from. Like right now, I'm on Escanaba. Like this is Faisal land because rain and shit. You know the memories. Like these niggas got all this money. You know what I'm saying? Like this what Faisal really like survived that out here. Like cuz it's dirty. Look at these cribs, bro. Like look at my block. Like no bullshit. Like no bullshit. You see this shit? This shit terrible. Look at all these abandoned cribs. Like G Herbo, come take care of this shit, fo. Like you get too much money, fo. Like because motherfuckers ain't got tombstones, walls knocked down, no more stoves on certain blocks on Escanaba. Like we asking for is we ain't want your money, bro. Open up something, bro. Give us something. Like we can go to the store right here. We can't even go to the store no more. Like what the fuck? How you doing? You see, neighbors love us. They still like they know who the real, who the fake. Hey, babe, you know what I'm saying? This shit going on. You feel me? It's no more store. The wall Faisal used to be at post up right here. Like the whole store is broke down.
So there you have it. You know what I'm saying? That was the rant that he went on. Like I said, I'm here to bring you the news. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not here to pick sides. Far as me personally, I know more about G Herbo than his, his affiliate, his longtime, partner. I really didn't know who Nolimit JDog was. I knew Lil Bibby. I knew, about G Herbo, even Kyro. I knew about the Black Keystone gangs in particular. But I really didn't know who JDog was. Me analyzing the video, I don't see anything that he said, right? And this is just all speculation. You get what I'm saying? Allegedly. This video, to me, does not constitute G Herbo watching this video and getting upset and putting some money on his head or, making a phone call, and, put that bag on, JDog. This video was not him getting on there saying you bitch ass nigga and you punk ass nigga and you ain't never shot nobody, you ain't never killed nobody, you ain't never done nothing and blah 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 blah. This wasn't that type of video. We all know in this YouTube community, especially if you follow Chicago drill, all the countless lives that were lost. We've seen live videos. We've seen videos of dudes in Chicago going live, getting shot and killed. We've seen lives of dudes doing drills. We've seen lives of people taunting they ops or even internal beef, getting on there, airing out personal business or street business that shouldn't be aired out. We see that, not just in Chicago, but from the East Coast to the West Coast. Shows like No Jumper, people get on the, the podcast and they tell it all. You know what I'm saying? And, me personally, when I was growing up, dudes we didn't really have the internet, we had MySpace or something like that. But other than that, if you was known in the hood, it was word of mouth. If you had them hands, it's because you was out there beating people up in gang fights and shit like that, knocking people out of school. If you was a shooter, people knew, they done seen you, you know what I'm saying, do some wild shit, and your name just ring bells. But this video in particular, I did not see anything disrespectful about the video. I just seen the young brother, you know what I'm saying, hey, look at my community. You know what I'm saying? I think where it got a little touchy is he starts speaking on Fazo, and we know G Herbo, he dropped a mixtape, Welcome to Fazo Land. That was one of his right hand mans. He talks about losing Fazo. So did that have to be included in the video? No, I don't think JDog should have started talking about that, showing the day. He also showed the scene and was like, man, this is where your boy died at. Pretty much saying like G Herbo should fix that store up or fix that location up, because that's where, his boy got killed at, which I think he should have not included that in there. If he was going to vent and grieve about the community, he should have just started the video off like, hey, you know what? No disrespect to G Herbo. This video ain't about him. Matter of fact, he could have just left G Herbo out of it and just said, hey, man, I want to shed some light on my community, my block. You know what I'm saying? Where me and G Herbo grew up at. There's a couple times where you hear him say, where a girl says something, he's like, yeah, they know who the real is and who the fake is. You know what I'm saying? I think that he shouldn't have included that in there. There was another instance in the video, he was showing a store and he was like, oh yeah, maybe G Herbo wasn't even, he was a little kid when we was at this store on, saying a few things, kind of putting himself above G Herbo. But as far as disrespectful or threats or anything like that, I didn't analyze any of that from the video. I don't think this had anything to do with G Herbo. I just think that this was messed up timing. That's why you got to be careful what you engage in, because at this point, and I'm speaking on G Herbo's side, you got the bag already. You know what I'm saying? If you got the bag already, there's certain things that you can and cannot do. Of course, everybody wants to keep it real. Everybody wants to address a situation. You know what I'm saying? He did it real good when he went on the podcast. You know what I'm saying? He didn't throw no shots at nobody, but he just told, you know what I'm saying, about his, his life and how he's progressing, and, he don't want to catch no RICO charge and be, involved in the streets. There is other videos out there that you can look and see where, G Herbo has done things for, the community. He's done shoe drives and, giving away shoes to, kids at his prior school. You know what I'm saying? I really haven't checked into it to see, like, how much this man donates every year, if he's doing anything like that. But we do know Chicago has some rundown areas, and as you can see in JDog's video, that area is rough, man. My daddy actually lives in Chicago. My grandparents, rest in peace, they lived in Chicago. They lived on, the south side off of Stony Island and South Dante. You know what I'm saying? Anybody from Chicago, South Dante, and, Stony Island, there's a Big Bear right there. I think the Big Bear grocery store was shut down. It was open when I was a kid, though, when I was like 10 or 11. There's a JJ Fish right there on Stony. So I know that area. And, I always used to say to myself, damn, man, like, what if I would have actually fully grew up in Chicago instead of my mom just, letting my dad pick me up in the summertime, you know what I'm saying? But that's another story. I don't want to get too much off topic, but like I said, man, I think it's wrong that the internet and, people are insinuating that maybe G Herbo has something to do with it. I don't think this is a good look overall for him, just considering the fact that, he did make a couple of posts. I think one of his posts was like, yo, if you're going to do something to me, and, don't talk about it, just do it, bleed. And that was pretty much it. But, does it look good? No, it doesn't look good, internet-wise. You get what I'm saying? And that's the thing, is that, the feds can build a case off of you. A lot of the information they get, unfortunately, is from the internet. Some of these dudes and podcasters, they make documentaries that are just, they blowing shit out the water with the story, and they know all the details, and, where the person went to school at, and this, that, and the third, and they doing all their research, man. So a lot of times, unfortunately, you just got to be, have a small foot inside of some bullshit And that's enough for them to start trying to piece some puzzles together, even though the pieces might be some bullshit. You know what I'm saying? They get the authorities get to saying, okay, well, the streets are saying this, you know, maybe we can, you know, get some action out of this, or at least drain one of these rappers' bank accounts by putting some charges on them and then making them have to fight for it. You see what, you know, what Young Thug went through, and I don't believe at 1 second, do I believe that Young Thug is a bitch? No. I believe he's a man, street, you know, street cat that came from Atlanta. You know, you see all his older videos and stuff, you know, him in the trenches. But do I believe he was this big old gang, mob boss dude calling all the hits? No, I don't believe that. But anyway, man, like I said, I don't think G Herbo had anything to do this. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, man. It's sad, man. All the crime, these young brothers is just losing their life, man. And per the news, he got shot 6 times in the back. So that means that was it. I mean, whoever did it didn't even have the balls enough to face the man and shoot him, you know what I'm saying? And you know, face him and shoot him. They shot him in his back. That means either A, he was talking to somebody, or somebody was around him and he felt comfortable. And when he turned his back like a coward, they took that opportunity to gun that young brother down. Crazy, man. I'll keep y'all updated on it. Hit the like button, hit the you know, subscribe button, leave your comments, let me know what y'all think, man. Peace.